The Bear Season 1 was a masterclass of television. Its montage sequences were refreshing, energy infectious, character work sublime, and care for the craft of filmmaking utterly inspiring. If you don't know, it's a show about chefs and that pressure cooker scenario that those workplace environments provide. Looking deeper, the show follows Jeremy Allen White's Kami as he battles his obsession with working and perfection as a way to process his own grief for the loss of his brother. He's taken over his bro's restaurant and gee whiz, it's a hot damn mess. I'm a sucker for an ensemble show where you have a handful of main characters who are elevated by an entourage of supporting characters who sometimes get a moment in the spotlight themselves. All these characters are dealing with some form of grief and are, to be honest, really set in their ways. You watch them grow throughout the season, we laugh a little, we cry even more, they learn to work as a team and listen to each other, but Season 2 brings a whole new perspective to the table. Season 2 is about the importance of gaining perspective of life out of work, and we're going to get into that in just a minute, but first, hello, my name is Aidan Green. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like videos about film and TV. I like to talk about it, so hopefully if you're here, you like to listen to that kind of thing too. Make sure you like the video, it just helps the algorithm out for me, and let's get on with the video.
This is coming from a place of wanting to start fresh and clean.
This is going to be a destination spot.
We drafted a quick term sheet.
We need more money.
Will you turn that thing off, please?
How's that not making you insane?
A new series and a new mission. The Bear Season 2 is not what I expected. After Season 1 spent the majority of the show inside the restaurant, I was expecting more of the same juicy, spicy, high-pressure scenarios. But while Season 2 does give us enough to scratch that itch, looking at you, John and Bob, the series heads in another direction. That direction, outside. Oh my god, the outside world. How good. You can get experience, knowledge, love. In Series 2, or Part 2, whatever you want to call it, the family restaurant Beef goes under a drastic renovation, rebranding itself as an upper-class, very modern establishment called The Bear. Wow. So as the restaurant goes under renovation, the characters go into a renovation of themselves in the process, all because of a little old thing called perspective. Let's talk about some characters. So of course there are now spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Kami. It makes sense to start with the man himself. He and Sydney are leading the whole operation, which of course takes up the majority of their time, but when Kami finds romance with an old flame, he struggles to find a work-life balance. Spending plenty of time with her, the chef gains some perspective on the value of life outside of work. There's someone there that can root for you, that can listen to you, and ultimately, there's someone that you can escape to when times get tough. The two's chemistry is some of the best on TV. It's charming and romantic, and the way they shoot their dialogue makes me feel like I'm right there talking with them. I think I'm pretty much a third wheel in their relationship at this point.
You don't remember the name?
Of course I remember the name.
No, I don't think we didn't even tell anybody what the name was.
You 100% told me the name.
I bet you $1 million that you don't know the name.
Prepare to be out of $1 million, dude.
But of course, Kami finds himself in his old ways, pushing away those that he loves when times get tough at work. He literally accidentally locks himself in the fridge, blocking out everyone outside of his workplace. Trapped in the kitchen, both metaphorically and literally, Kami loses perspective of what matters, and ultimately, that breaks down his relationship. Season 3 seems to have him set up for a bit of a redemption arc, but time will tell. Someone who doesn't help Kami's situation is Sydney, who I was a little mixed on this season. Although I think that was kind of the point. It was great to see her complex relationship with her dad developed, but some of the things she would say to Kami just felt a little off. The conversation under the table just didn't sit right with me. It feels like she's more like the bad Kami, and that's holding him back in the process. Maybe I read that wrong, but either way, I'm excited to see what she gets up to in Season 3. Richie, my boy, my bad boy. This guy steals the series for me. His episode 7, showcases his character growth. It's so fun. After seeing how much food and good service can improve someone's day, the guy finds almost a new lease in life. He's been surrounded by people that hate what they do and toxic people with little consideration for others, but when he gains some perspective and is forced to witness an establishment with good service, Richie finds something that can reward him. He'd completely lost his purpose, but now he's found himself again. Let's talk about Marcus, everyone's fave boy, and you kind of just want to give him a big old cuddle. He's sent to Copenhagen to work with Kami's ex-chef Luca, played by Will Poulter. Obviously, Marcus going on such an adventure gives him perspective, but working with Luca also does, who quite literally explains how working with Kami taught him the balance of finding life outside of work.
I think at a certain stage it becomes less about skill and it's more about being open. You know, most of the incredible things I've eaten haven't been because the skill level is exceptionally high or there's loads of mad fancy techniques. It's because it's been really inspired.
This encourages him to form feelings for Sydney. I seriously hope those two end up together, but if she doesn't want that, that's cool too. I just hope that it's not her work-centric attitude that dictates that. She needs a little perspective too. Tina and Ibrahim's relationship is also tested in season 2 as Kami sends them off to hound their skills at a culinary school. This experience teaches Tina about leadership as Ibrahim struggles to embrace this new perspective. I can't say his name, I don't know what's wrong with me. So it's all about perspective, innit? Season 1 sees a work-focused crew and narrative, while Season 2 encourages us to embrace the outside world. Gaining these experiences will improve you as a person and thus improve the impact that you have on your workplace. You may come back with a new recipe or even find your purpose in this whole damn life. Perspective is important, and The Bear Part 2 serves up a reminder of that. Beyond that, the show continues to be one of the best on TV. The dialogue feels realistic, the camera work interesting, and the music supervision superb. Oh my god, I would love to talk about episode 6 in so much detail, but there's so much to talk about, I just don't have time to talk about it, and it doesn't necessarily tie into the theme of this video. Just know that I found it bloody amazing. I also love the more present use of Kami's sister. She was a lot of fun and a great grounding part of the show. And the bear somehow pulls off big cameos without making them feel jarring. They all serve a purpose to each episode they're in. Olivia Colman? Are you kidding me? The bear gets cameos right. Something that is apparently really hard to do in 2023. Let me know what you thought of The Bear Part 2. I bloody loved it and devoured it faster than anything else I've watched this year. Bring on Part 3. Like I said, my name's Aidan Green. Thank you so much for watching this video. I enjoyed talking about The Bear and many other TV and film stuff, so make sure you subscribe if you're into that sort of thing too. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, chef. That was really lame. Let's just pretend I didn't end it like that. Okay, end video, cut to black.